Hey everybody, Matter here. Welcome to part 16 of my Tsukihime playthrough. Last episode, man oh man, it just feels like we got a whole bunch of information dumped on us. A lot happened. It got really dark because I was thinking like, okay, so we defeated Roa, so what's gonna happen next? Unfortunately, and I don't know how I forgot about this, is like Roa didn't just disappear because he said it himself that he was sharing a body with both Shikis. And even though the body of the one Shiki is gone, so he just basically jumped into my body. He didn't even have to reincarnate because he was already using my body. And unfortunately, because of that, I was getting more of those animalistic urges and just a whole bunch of bad stuff happened. And I made all the wrong choices intentionally. In the last episode, I assaulted Kohaku, I attacked a random woman in the streets, I attacked Arcuid, I attacked Ciel, so I have like, everybody's against me right now. And we died a couple times in the last episode with Ciel. So we're kind of going to be going back now and making some more choices, and then eventually making the right choice to not attack Kohaku. So we're going to continue on with that and see, you know, how it goes. I'm assuming with us being able to suppress our urges and be able to talk to Ciel, she's hopefully going to be able to help us with the situation. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. I'm really excited to see what happens next, so let's get back into it. So with this, we want to say, I want to hear her voice. And we'll see where this differentiates, because I should still be getting a bad end. I want to see her. I want to hear Ciel's son's voice, or senpai's voice. The only one who I can talk to. The only one who will listen to me. If she's there, then I can remain as Tohno Shiki. I turn the dial. After 3 rings, I hear the receiver pick up and Ciel senpai's voice. Hello? Who is it? It's strange. Her voice seems so warm. Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Her questioning voice. I've only been there once, but I can imagine her holding the phone in her room. I can't speak. I don't know what to say. I knew I shouldn't have called. I can't get this person involved. I should just hang up without saying anything. Tohno-kun, is that you, Tohno-kun? Ah. Hearing my name, I suddenly want to cry. Yes. I slip out a response. I knew it was you, Tohno-kun. Why are you calling this late? I tell myself to stop. I tell myself to make up an excuse, tell her I'll see her tomorrow, and hang up. But I can't seem to do that. Senpai, I think I'm not going to make it. I speak in a fading voice. Tohno-kun? Sounds like her voice froze. Tohno-kun, what do you mean? What's wrong? I mean, I can't make it. I tried to resist it, but it was useless. Like he said, it seems like I'm just a killer. And a really bad one, too. Even now, if I let my guard down, I want to slice my knife through Akia's or Hisui's throat. Not just someone off the street, but people close to me. My sanity is about to crumble away. I'm at the point of thinking such things. What should I do? I can't kill myself. I've never been taught how to kill myself. Where are you right now? In the park. I wanted to go where there aren't any people, but there's too many houses nearby. I'm going crazy. I understand. I'll head to the school, so let's meet there. There's no houses nearby, so won't it be quiet? That's right. At school, there won't be anyone there. All right? Please wait at the school grounds. The line cuts off. I exit the phone booth. Senpai. I can see Ciel senpai. I don't think anything will change when I see her, but I still want to see her. My body starts to get hot again, hoping I won't meet anyone on the way to school. I leave the park with uncertain steps. The school is dead quiet. There's no houses nearby, so it's very quiet around here. I take off my glasses and cut to the lock on the school gate with my knife. Ah, I can't believe it. Even without thinking it, I seem to have put my knife in my pocket. Probably so at any time I could kill someone. I fall to my knees as soon as I get to the school grounds. I brace myself off the ground using both hands. My whole body's hot, but I don't feel like I'm not me anymore. Probably, by violating Kohaku-san, that impulse momentarily subsided. Gorge rises in my throat, my mouth tastes bitter. I haven't eaten anything, so all I can vomit is my stomach acid. Kohaku-san. It isn't something forgiven with a mere apology, so I can't apologize. How could I offer my atonement to her from now on? Conversation so many days ago, when Ciel senpai helped me while I was in the depths of despair after I'd killed Arcuid. That person, she told me that there weren't people who sinned and people who did not sin, but there are only people who can and who cannot atone for their sins. What should I do? My committed sin, wounded mind. Can it be atoned for? It suddenly got darker, the sound of footsteps. I didn't realize it since I was face down, but someone's coming, under the moonlight. Okay, so this I think we've already seen, right? We've already read this, you trying to repent. Yeah, this is, okay, so we'll skip ahead until I get to something new. Oh, whoa, 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 okay. Hold on, hold on. This is something new. I was skipping ahead. What? Senpai, how did you know Roa was still alive? How did you know Roa reincarnated inside this Tohno Shiki? Of course I knew, because it's about myself. Yeah, she mentioned that last time, but just kind of brushed it off. But this is new, about yourself. The one who sought out the Tohno family and chose it for the next host was me. Well, unless Roa's consciousness awakens, I couldn't tell that it appeared, so it wasn't that useful of a memory. They said something about, like, Roa being her father or something, right? So she's the one who chose... What? Senpai, what are you saying? What am I saying? It's an old story. It's a story from 8 years ago. But there was a girl like you who didn't know anything. Because I was like, how does she know about me? He said that there were, like, memories. He had memories like he's known Ciel. Story from 8 years ago, but there was a girl like you who didn't know anything. She was 16 years old when that impulse began to stain her. But before that, there was nothing. She didn't have any special power like you did, Tohno-kun. She really did live a normal life without knowing anything. Helping out her father, going to school. Terrible at waking up early, but always helping with this. Wait a minute, this was the girl. This was the previous reincarnation, right? At first I thought it was about her, but she's talking about the previous reincarnation. That was the memory he had about the story about the girl who, like, killed her parents, right? Always helping with the store in the evening. She really did think she would carry on her father's work. Just now, scenery I'd never seen before flashes in my head. Yet, I feel like I have in fact seen it somewhere. Her story feels like it's very similar to the dream I saw. Is that her? Oh, she talked about she worked in a bakery, right? Oh my gosh, was she the previous reincarnation of Roa? So that means that she's quite a bit older, and that also happened, what, in like the 70s? Or like that happened a long time ago. And she's bad at waking up early, and she talked about like her family has a bakery. Oh shit. Her dream wasn't fulfilled. With her own hand, she destroyed the happiness that was there naturally. Because she was Roa's reincarnated host. Her body had great ability, and Roa was pleased. She tried so hard to resist it like you, but it was useless. In the end, she drank the blood of her father and mother, slowly killed the townspeople. This is why she talked about wanting to atone for sins. The child, maybe she went crazy then. Is she saying it's her? You understand, right, Tohno-kun? You can't stop it. Stop, or you shouldn't, doesn't even enter your thoughts. Because she's speaking, she seemed like she's speaking from experience here. Isn't it strange? Even though you still have your conscience awareness. Senpai? Don't tell me that story is... But that nightmare came to an end soon. The woman in white came and pierced her heart. Yeah, I know. So the girl died, and Roa reincarnated as Tohno Shiki. But that girl, she couldn't stay dead, and that's why she's able to slice her neck. Oh, she's right. Oh my god, she's got the ability to like reincarnate or like basically regenerate herself. Oh my god, and that's why she has like such a hate on for Arcuid. Quietly, almost laughingly, she says this. Her dead body was taken to the church and preserved as a sample of a vampire returning to human form. But though I don't know what kind of fate it was, her body was a special— oh, this is so cool, like just everything's clicking together. Her body was a special one and had an abnormal reviving ability. One day, 3 years later, even though she shouldn't have, she came back from the dead. It's strange, isn't it? Even though it was just a discarded shell of Roa's soul, it still came back to life. After that, things were difficult. Now this makes me want to go back and like read like all the things they're talking about with the church and the body, the vampire, Roa. Church viewed the child's existence as heresy and killed the child, but no matter how many times they killed her, she wouldn't die. I'm sorry, can I complain a bit? The girl, she underwent an entire month of life only being killed. Every single day, without even a single moment of rest. She came back to life only to be killed once more. Every day. All day. What? A body that can't die. Flesh that will return to its original state no matter what happens. Roa, the vampire reincarnated as Tohno Shiki, said that about that. That's why they said that Roa is like her father, in a way, I guess. It seemed so painful. Senpai healed no matter what wound she received, but every wound she got caused her face to contort in pain. Every day of that? Every day, all day, without a single pause, living to be killed and coming back again? And then the people of the church finally realized that this was too strange. All the problems that no one can deal with or solve are handed to a place called the Burial Agency. There she was taught what happened to her. In short, she was a contradiction. She was a human born as Roa, even though the personality of her first 15 years were hers. The name of her soul was Roa. While she was herself, she was also Roa. So, it's a contradiction if the girl called Roa is dead when Roa is alive. The progeny of the existence Roa, this daughter of Roa, cannot die before him. And that's why he just kept stabbing her like he knew she couldn't die. Whenever this world has even a slight error, this world corrects it to preserve itself. So the child, as long as Roa's soul still exists, will exist for all eternity. Okay, so when Roa dies, she will die too, right, I guess? No one else but the world itself fixes the error automatically. And maybe she just wants to die, right? She's talking about... So that's why she's like, when she killed me and then she was able to die herself, it probably felt like a little bit of a relief, right? If she just can't die. The clergy said the child was outside the cycle. As long as Roa lives, it will forever be stopped. She cannot die of old age, since she cannot age, and even if she were burnt to ashes, time would reverse itself to return it to its original state. Such a monster. It usually would have been sealed away forever, but she happened to inherit the magical knowledge of Roa. Clergy of the burial, and that's why Arcu had said that, like, Ciel has kind of like a knack for knowing where Roa is because she's connected to him. The clergy of the burial agency said she'd be useful and brought her into the church. 5 years since then, she chose to discard her name and live as one who hunted vampires. More than Roa's master Arcuid, I can tell where Roa's soul exists. The reason, I don't have to tell you, right? Right, it doesn't need to be said, but I don't want to admit such a thing. I said it before, Tohno-kun. Ciel's goal is one thing, and one thing only. I want to die as a human. I didn't understand what those words meant then, but now I can understand at least a bit of it. I can't. It's almost regretful, but I can't. I can't understand the feeling of wanting to die. As long as I'm alive, I'll think about wanting to die, but I'd never truly mean it. But that's all Senpai wishes for. A way of thinking which was transformed into that. A life that makes you wish only that. I don't know yet. With my own hands, I don't know the pain of killing the one closest to me. With my own hands, even while still conscious. And I don't ever want to know it. But this person has lived through it. So, is that why she wants to die? That's wrong. It's not. I simply want to die as a human. Her voice sounds cold. I can only nod. Both her wish and her pain, I understand. I don't want it. I don't like my treatment or Ciel's wish. I don't want to think this is reality, but time waits for no one. With a metallic rattle, the agent called Ciel steps forward to kill me. As if saying there's no need to talk anymore, Ciel's hand lifted up that weapon. Seventh Holy Scripture, a weapon that the reincarnation-denying church created. A scriptural canon inscribed with every possible impeachment of reincarnation criticism. It's an item that is scripture yet an apocrypha, A weapon yet a scripture at the same time. If I'm hit by that, my soul itself will disperse into nothingness. Okay, I think this is the same too, so once again I'll skip ahead until something new happens. Oh, okay, this is actually something different. Okay. So we're gonna get another bad end here, so we're gonna save once again. So if we escape backwards, that's going to give us another bad ending. I jump back instantly. With just lightly jumping back, I increase the distance between us to many meters. The one who's surprised is me. Weapon still at the ready. Senpai pursues me emotionlessly. I run towards the school's front gate. My body's almost frighteningly light. I run as if slicing through the wind. Even if Senpai's athletic abilities far exceed those of a human's, she can't chase me if I'm like this. And then, my body stops suddenly. No matter how much I try to move forward, my legs won't budge. What? When I turn around, there's a sword pierced right there. A thin, nail-like sword is pierced into the ground at my feet. The sword is piercing my shadow, which seems to be the reason why I can't raise my legs from the ground. Why, you... I gather up all the strength in my legs. But no matter how hard I try, they don't even move 1 millimeter. And there... How careless. Even if you were to run away, I bet there was a better way to do so. A member of the burial agency nicknamed Bo appears. Senpai. I can't allow you to leave as your body has transformed into a vampire already. Here, I'll exorcise that soul. The sound of her footsteps, like the sound of a condemned criminal walking up the 13 steps of the gallows. Farewell, at least with this. She speaks in a small voice, almost inaudible. She plants the point of the weapon against my heart and pulls the trigger. A brief explosion. I cough up blood, after a flash of light that seems to blow apart my brain. Inside my disappearing self, I see my soul being scattered away like the pages of an old book. Okay, that was quick, relatively painless. Merci, time for the 4th period lesson. Oh, too bad. Showing your back like that in a fight. You're still no good, Tohno-kun. There's too much difference in experience between an expert fighter like Ciel-san and Tohno-kun. You should have acted in a way Ciel-san wouldn't expect. Huh, attacking someone from behind like that, it really shows your character, Ciel. Are you showing your true self? Yeah. Ah, you stabbed me. You just stabbed me when the cameras couldn't see us. Yeah. Ah. Extermination of the noisy cat has been completed. Goodness, a vampire like you who takes away someone's lover has no right to say anything. Now then, everyone, please enjoy the rest of the main story. Yeah, what is this? I haven't done that yet. Yet means you're going to do so in the future? Hehehe. I'll leave the answer to that for later. Ooh, okay, a little bit of a little foreshadowing here about taking away someone's lover. All right, so I guess we want to escape forward. I don't know if I've got the Ciel Sensei lesson 15 that I should be getting later in the day. I don't know if I've got it yet. Maybe I'll get it towards the end of the day and then I have to restart, but we'll just have to wait and see. I fall forward. I felt from before that if I turned and ran, my heart would be shot from behind. Her sword flies past my head. It seems really slow. I evade her attack, move right beside her, and... The instant I try to run forward, Senpai's movement changed drastically. In an instant, with a speed that makes her seem to have literally disappeared, she swings her weapon horizontally. The rush of the wind fills my ears, and for some reason, I'm standing many meters away from her. She clicks her tongue and glares at me. Ow, my left arm hurts. What? Huh? I'm surprised. From the elbow down, my arm is broken. Not broken normally, but my lower arm is bent in the shape of a triangle. Sacrificing your arm to save your head? You didn't do anything. I would have ended it painlessly for you. What? Even though I didn't notice it, I must have broken my arm defending against her attack. Aren't you going to pull out your knife? She looks at me with a bored expression. She's looking down at me. She looks down at me as if saying she could kill me at any moment. Pain shoots from my arm to my brain. The blood from my broken arm seems to flow like poison into my nerves. Sharply. Just with that, my mind is filled with a white blankness. She continues to look at me with those cold eyes. You break my arm and you still act that way? Do you know how much this hurts? Making such a fool of me. Making such a fool of me. Making such a fool of me. That's how you're going to be, senpai. I grip the knife in my pocket. I'm not just going to stand here helplessly, a hard feeling of metal, and to let you kill me. With a quick snap, I take out the blade of my knife. Are you stupid? Instantly, her body explodes. No, that's not right. She crouches low to the ground, almost like a lizard, and runs up towards me in a flash. She closes the distance of 6 meters in a flash. She's not in my vision at all. Her whole body is below my knee height and explodes upward from there. A thud. From right beneath me, her bayonet accurately shoots directly for my throat. I gasp. Pain. Is there pain? I can still feel pain. Conscious. Am I conscious? All right, I still have that. My body is not okay. A dripping sound. It's coming from my left shoulder. Looking at it, it's already a waterfall of blood which pours straight down. Just now, the bayonet didn't hit my throat, but my left shoulder. Ah! It hurts. It hurts so much that the word pain doesn't come close to describing it. But I'm alive. Still I'm alive. My body is away from her again. I smell a whiff of gunpowder from my shoulder. Just now, the instant the bayonet pierced me, she must have pulled the trigger. I was blown away by that, and there's distance between us again. To happen twice, that must mean it's not a coincidence. With that much blood pouring out, not dying from shock must already be a sign that your body has begun to change. Ka-chink. A metallic sound. The sword on the end of the weapon changes into a new one. The sword that shot me just now falls and turns into pages of a book and scatters. That's ridiculous. But that ridiculous thing is really frightening. That, just touching me, carries a fatal poison. Death. I'll die. Without a doubt, I'll be killed. Will I die? Is that what I'm scared of? I don't know. My shoulder is burning. Hot. It's so hot, as if my entire body will burst into flames. She readies her weapon once more with another metallic clang. Twice. Withstanding that twice could be nothing but a miracle. Next time, well, certainly. I imagine the bayonet piercing me right in the face. It's more repulsive than frightening. Death is. No matter how it happens, something useless, dirty, and disgusting. I like myself, so I don't want that to happen. Is that what I'm scared? I don't know. Come to think of it, I was always able to see death, but I never thought about death at all. No, it doesn't really matter right now. I have to escape. I don't want to die, so I have to get away. You won't take off your glasses? A simple, plastic voice. Those words. I gasp at their meaning, because taking them off means I would see Senpai's lines. If that happens, I might kill her. What are you saying, Senpai? A chill runs through me. The air suddenly becomes saturated with a murderous intent. I can't spend any more time with you. Please just die already. Her figure plunges low again. She's coming. Even though I know she's going to run towards me again, it's hard for me to even see her. I can only think of escaping. If I don't want to be killed, escape is my only option. Fortunately, our distance is almost 10 meters. If I run as fast as I can make it to the school building. Maybe I might be able to do something if I can get into a less open space. My back. Something pierced my back. My body falls forward, just a little more, and it was just a little more before I could enter the school building. I lift myself up with one arm. What sticks through me is one of those swords that looks like a nail that Senpai was using before. Why, you? I must be numb to pain, and I pull out the sword skewering my back from behind. Since it penetrated through me, I got mad and pulled it out from my chest. All right, now I can escape inside. What do you plan on doing by escaping, Tohno-kun? Before that, I hear Senpai's voice from behind me. You still don't understand? How fast do you think you just ran here? Why are you still alive after receiving that fatal wound? Stop. My mind begins to white out. Don't let her trick you. Don't let her trick you. Hasn't she been deceiving you all along? Don't listen to her anymore. If you listen, you'll die. Ignore her. Don't accept it. Even if it is the truth, this body can only reject it. Stop it. Geez, there's nowhere for you to run to. You can only fight or be killed. But if you can't fight, you can only die. Her footsteps. The sound of footsteps, Senpai approaches. I leap. My back, my shoulders, my arm are all almost dead, but I leap as if it were nothing. I can't even believe it myself. Still breathing wildly and with a speed that matches Senpai, I run into the school building. I run, without thinking, just wanting to escape. I continue running. But I'm at my limit. Is it because I'm out of breath? Or is it that my wounds won't let me move my arms and legs anymore? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. My breathing becomes more forced. At the end of the hallway, coming onto a wall aimlessly, I fall. I fall on my back and try to get it back up, and feel foolish for doing so. Sitting cross-legged on the floor, I lean my back against the wall. Throwing back my head, I take a big breath of air. The moon. Looking up, I can see the moonlight through the window. Is it because I'm so exhausted? Everything I look at seems vague, as if everything were covered in a mist. Vagueness. Does that mean it's indefinite? The same as me? The same as the person called Tohno, indefinite. Ouch. My shoulder throbs in pain. If I were as definite as this pain, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I'm starting to not understand. I always thought I was Tohno, but that was a different person, and they tell me I'm just an adopted son from somewhere. Being adopted means I should have memories of before I came to the Tohno mansion, but there's nothing. I really only have the memories of Tohno. In the night sky is the solitary moon. It's incredibly strange. Why didn't I realize it until now? Tonight is so... In the end, just what was I? It's stupid not knowing anything about myself and just disappearing like this. Everything is so vague. It's stupid. A world where I can see death. A vision where I can perceive death. That day 8 years ago, I was able to meet Sensei, and I was able to live normally. I can still declare that it was proper to meet her. But Sensei, I guess I was someone who shouldn't be alive. I should end my life while some part of me can still think that. But I can't do it. I can't kill myself. Even if it's pointless, even if it is a mistake. I want to keep on living. If I die, everything will become a lie. I want to keep on living, no matter how wrong it is. No matter how many things I have to lose, I want to keep on living. Only her. If only I had Ciel-senpai with me. I wouldn't care what else I had to lose. For that sole reason, I've kept on living like this. But it's all over now, these past 5 years. Was it a long time? Was it a short time? I don't know. Liar. I don't want to hear those words. I have to thank you, Tohno-kun. My work here is done now. All that's left for me is to take responsibility for all my actions. Liar. Yeah, but maybe there was some truth in there too, because even though she deceived me, not even once. Thank you so much for everything until now. It's been a long time since I've been this happy. But let's finish with a handshake. You big liar. Not even once did she lie to me. Even though I'm not going to be here, please stay friends with Inui-kun. I wanted to be a student like you and Inui-kun. But that person herself was a lie. I can't even think the smile could really be a lie. But this is what reality is. Ciel is a lie, and she was staying near me only so she could kill me. I was fooled. She did not love me at all. And when she helped me when I was completely lost, too. The time we spent during breaks for no reason, too. All of it was just to confirm if I were Roa or not. I grit my teeth. I grit my teeth hard. Damn it. I scratched the wall in frustration. Yes, I was tricked. Ciel got closer to me, calculating everything. Even still, feeling pain in my heart, I scratched the wall. Yes, I was tricked, but still, I can't hate Senpai. There's no way I could hate her. Even if it was all a lie for her, I really enjoyed it. No matter what, that's still true. It was only less than 2 weeks since I met Senpai, but I really was happy. Damn it, that's why I can't hate her. But that's an illusion only for me. That's why I regret only that. My vision wavers. Outside the window lies the white night. It's quiet here, almost like the bottom of a deep sea. Wavering quietly. Everything is fake. An illusion that disappears when you approach it. Like a mirage you can never grasp. I can hear her footsteps. She's coming. Kill her? Inside my head, I hear those words. If you don't want to die, slice her apart. If you think you're not mistaken, slice her apart. Just slice her apart already. Slice her apart, slice her apart, slice her apart. It looks like I'm really done. My head starts to rage again, but still, I don't want to die. If I don't want to die, then there's only one thing to do. The footsteps get louder. Her shadow grows larger. Aren't you going to take off your glasses? Even knowing what it meant, she said that, in that case, everything, all of it should turn into illusion. I stand up as I strongly grip my knife. The footsteps get even louder. I sense the enemy coming closer. All the time, someone's voice echoes in my brain. Slice her apart, 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 slice her apart. Shut up. Using my willpower, I force the voice in my head to be quiet. This is what I've decided. Slice, I don't need you to tell me what to do. Her, if you don't want to be killed by Ciel. Apart, just shut up until it's over, Roa. The voice disappears completely. The footsteps and her approaching shadow. Ciel appears before me. You finally decided to fight. Her voice seems almost relieved. That's good. Now there's no sin for either of us. Now that we're both trying to kill each other, our sin will die. Now there's only punishment for the one who lives. Since we're both trying to kill each other, there's no sin? Her words are part of a world I can't understand. I see. Then, is that punishment for the one that's left alive atonable? Yes, something that's atonable is what we call punishment. If it's called punishment, there is no reason for it to not be atonable. The only thing that doesn't disappear is the sin. So we don't want to carry that burden, do we? Saying that, she takes another step forward. And killing you here isn't a sin, senpai? Yes, I will kill you, so it's okay for you to kill me, Tohno-kun. Our conditions are equal. Another step. That's not right. Certainly I am getting killed, so I'm killing her back to protect my own life. But to say there's no sin? What would happen to Ciel? From the beginning, she came here with an unrequited will to kill. That's... Farewell. Let us lower the curtain on this ridiculous play. The last step. Her readied bayonet shoots towards my heart. Before then, I lunge forward and aim for the point on her right lung. I didn't think I could kill her. It's only natural for her to pierce my heart before I get within knife range. That's why I was surprised. I easily dodged her blade and was able to pierce her point with ease. It looked like she accepted my knife on purpose. I made you kill me. Her faint, weak voice on the verge of death. That was my greatest sin. Sounding like she's crying. She uses her remaining strength to stab me with her bayonet. My blood flow reverses through my lanced heart. Coughing up blood, I collapse onto the ground. Before my eyes, the body of the one who died slightly ahead of me lies on the floor. How did you know? Foolish. Did you know from the beginning that if there was such a thing as sin, it would be only for you? The sensation in my limbs fades away. My consciousness, too. It'll be seconds before I bleed to death. The instant I was stabbed, I had a vision of something like an old book scattering and crumbling away page by page. Probably with that, the thing called Roa was dispersed. I can't think. From the very beginning, she planned to give her life to take mine. Did she think that was her punishment? How foolish. There's no meaning in that. Still, I was sad she died before she apologized to me. She could have apologized to me, then I bet she would have felt some relief. But she couldn't even say that. Since she knew it was something that wasn't atonable by apology, she didn't apologize to the very end. That determination, it makes me angry that I made her go that far. What? In the end, I liked her, until the very end. Feeling sad like this until my own death, she was that dear to me. I cough weakly and spit out blood. It's all over. Staring dazedly at the moon, with these strange thoughts, I drift off to sleep. Young one, do you have a question? Hey, that's dirty. You're trying to stand out by coming out here too, Nervensker. Don't be ridiculous. Ciel-kun went to the curry shop. I'm the substitute. Alright, then give us a hint. Fighting punishes both parties. Do not kill needlessly. I'm not convinced. Even if you don't want to fight Ciel, there's some people who unconditionally took off their glasses. What's up with that? Thou shalt not steal, rape, or deceive others. It might sound familiar for some of you. If so, then go on a journey through time. Yeah, basically, don't grape Kohaku. Okay, got it. I didn't want to, but I need to get all the endings. Go on a journey through time to this morning. Come to think of it, the princess might have an idea of that, no? Yeah, what? I don't understand what you're talking about. Well, what happens to others is just a trivial matter for me. Then I shall watch how the end plays out for all of you from here. Alright, I was a little worried. I was like, oh, this ending is going pretty much exactly like before. But I haven't gotten the one ending yet. But there we go. So I've got all the bad endings, so now I can go back to the morning of this day and not attack Kohaku, which I very much want to fix. So let's do that. Alright, so we have to turn Kohaku-san away. The door opens. It's too late. Even if I send her away, she's already come inside. But still, I can't do the action called eating food. It'll get me too excited, and it will smash the remaining Tohno Shiki within me to pieces. Pant, pant, pant. I breathe hard. Somehow. I have to resist it. Shiki-san, I'm coming in. What happened? Still smiling, she looks in surprise at the room lying in shambles. Her cute face devoid of fear, her completely unguarded, defenseless figure, her red hair, and her delicious-looking skin. Shiki-san? This is strange. How did all of this happen? Still smiling, she draws closer to where I lie curled on the bed. Hurry. No. Hurry. No. Hurry. Stop it. Hurry. Shut up. Hurry. I don't want to. Hurry. I... Run. Away. Using the very last vestiges of my will, I managed to let those words out. Eh? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you please say it again, Shiki-san? But it's working against me. Concerned, she draws closer to my bed. To me. To my body. Her face, her form, draws closer, invites me in. Her white fingers touch my shoulder lightly, her fingers pulsing with blood, her light body warmth. Small fireworks explode in the back of my head. Please don't let her still do it, come on, or him do that to her. I hear her scream. My hand wraps around her throat. Well, this is happening anyway, but I guess it'll be like the Arcuate one where I just, like, maybe I go a little far with it, but I don't go all the way, but still. My breathing is out of control. What am I trying to do? Shiki-san. Her voice cuts off. Not caring, I grip harder. Grip. The bones in her neck creak. Stop. A small tearing sound. Her fingers dig into my arm. She must be getting frantic, being on the verge of death like that. Her nails push through my clothes and into the meat of my arm. Pain. Well, not as much pain as Kohaku must be feeling, but blood flows. It runs down from my arm and onto my hand grasping Kohaku's neck. Painted deep red, her unresisting neck is now running with blood. I can't really feel her anymore, just the fact that she'll die in a few seconds. It seems so funny to me, I start to laugh. It hasn't even been a minute since I grasped her neck. She won't die of suffocation, but here by my hand. For no reason, suddenly, like a simple appliance, she'll die by having the bones in her neck break. In an instant, like being freed from demonic possession, the heat disappears. Before my eyes is the bloodied body of Kohaku-san. My hand is grasping her neck, and any second now. I quickly let go. Without a sound, Kohaku-san falls to the floor. Poor Kohaku, I was hoping she wouldn't get hurt at all. Kohaku-san breathes painfully with her eyes closed. Kohaku-san, she's alive, just a little longer. If I'd kept going just a little longer, I would have... Ugh, she's crying, collapsed on the floor, not able to move. She's crying. Well, this is going to be awkward either way when I come back to the mansion. Gotta try and explain that. Looking down, her kimono is covered with white fluid. That is my semen. By doing that, I was released from whatever it was inside of me. I can't believe it. While one hand was choking Kohaku-san, my other hand was reveling in the pleasure of killing something. Thump. It isn't over. I'm still fully erect. And more than that, I'm not satisfied. Oh, God damn it. Please don't keep going with this. I'm not satisfied myself. I'm so thirsty. I've done such a terrible thing to Kohaku-san. But it doesn't seem to end. The truth is, my regret is fading even now as I look at Kohaku-san's neck. Her white neck. Put my teeth at her throat, and I want to suck her blood. I broke apart. I really broke down. I'm done. No longer do I have the confidence to stay sane. Outside. Okay, so I'm guessing everything's pretty much going to go the way that it did before. I still leave. I still have to call Ciel and tell her, like, hey, I'm losing it. And then she's going to come and try and kill me. But this time, because I didn't fully give in, I guess, to my desires, that maybe I can be atoned. I can atone. I can be saved still. If I stay here, I'll kill Kohaku-san. If I stay in the mansion, I'll kill even Akiha and Hisui. So before those urges come again, I have to disappear. A place where no one is. I have to go to a place where no one is, or I'll go crazy again. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much playing out exactly the same. So we just want to make sure to choose the right things. So we want to hear her voice, and then we're going to skip, and then we want to escape forward. All right, so this was an option we didn't have before. So actually, it says here, you can choose either one according to taste. So I'm going to choose... I'll save. I don't know if there's really going to be a big difference between the two. But I'm going to choose to not take off my glasses. And what do? No way. I bring my slightly trembling fingers up to my glasses and throw. Clang. Wait, I said to not take off my glasses, did I not? The dull sound echoes through the hallway. There's no way I can do that. I shout angrily at the other person inside my head. It's the first time I've ever wanted to kill myself. Clang, clang. The hard object rolls along the floor. I don't see any lines. What I threw away, was my knife. I won't take off my glasses. I'll never do that. It's just that since I didn't have confidence in myself, I threw away my knife. If I kept holding it, I know I would have done something worse than me dying. She's gonna be upset about that, right? And then she arrives. Neither her emotionless eyes nor the foreboding weapon change. She stops in front of me as I sit on the ground. How come? She doesn't finish me off. We just both stare at each other aimlessly. I have one question. The tip of her bayonet aims at my chest. Why didn't you take off your glasses? Why didn't you even try to fight me once? It's simple. It's just the thought never crossed my mind. I can't do such a horrible thing to you, senpai. Horrible? Are you stupid? I'm going to kill you. I'm not your senpai. I told you everything was a lie. You still don't understand. Her voice sounds irritated. She's really angry. I realize that even though her face is calm, her arms and legs are literally shaking with anger. I know. Senpai, you were deceiving me up until now. This person called Ciel senpai never existed from the beginning. I understand that. You understand, then why? It's okay, even if senpai's a lie. It doesn't matter. I really had a lot of fun. The time we spent together may not mean much to you, but it was very dear to me. That's why it's okay, even if it's all a lie to senpai. The fact I was saved by that is still true. That's why it's okay. These past 2 weeks really were fun, but if I hate you here, I'll lose even that. Even if it's a lie to you, that's only half of it. For my half, I want to make it real until the very end. Although exchanging my life for that might be a comical wish. For that, you're going to throw away your life? Such a wish? Your wish is something that small? I see. Maybe it is kind of small. But right now, that's the second dearest thing to me. I can only think of one wish other than that. I've seen many people, but... She takes a step forward. This is the first time I've met someone as stupid as you. Senpai places the tip of her bayonet right up against my heart. How come she doesn't pull the trigger? The eyes looking at me are completely empty. Those emotionless eyes that Senpai shows me. Doesn't mean she's a cold-hearted person, but simply, she can't deceive herself. So in the end, I suppose all she can do is just kill her emotions. Yeah, I finally realized it. That whenever she showed those eyes, she wasn't fooling me. She was fooling herself. You're not going to kill me, senpai? I forgot. In the end, I still must hear your confession. I'm a member of the church, after all. Oh, I don't have anything to confess, but can I ask something? Yes, please make it short. It'll be quick. It's just I was wondering why you look like you're going to cry. Like a jolt. I think Ciel's body trembled. I'm not crying. Certainly her face is stone cold as she denies this. Hearing that, I even tilt my head to the side. But, all the same, But you still look like you're about to cry. I don't know why, though. It's just your imagination. I don't feel anything. The only emotion I have is the desire to die as a human. There's nothing else. She says this with her emotionless eyes. It's terribly sad. Knowing she's lying right now is just too ironic. How terrible. Even to the end, you're going to lie to me, senpai? There's no response. As if she were frozen, she doesn't move. What about you? You're lying. I don't think your wish is to be killed here by me, right? Of course. Because if you die, there's nothing. I've already experienced it once, so I understand that. To tell the truth, I want to live, but I don't want to just live. Yes, I don't want that. Even if I manage to keep living, there's nothing for me after that. A person called Tohno would die and would do things just like this person experienced. But more than that, if I live here, that means senpai will be gone. I wouldn't be able to bear living like that. Senpai, everything was... For a girl he's known for 2 weeks, man. Everything was fun up until now. The times I spent with you and Arahiko weren't bad. Even during breaks when you came, it was fun, almost like a dream. It's probably what my wish is. It can't ever be granted, but I really wanted that kind of life to continue. You still don't understand. I already said it was all fake. Yeah, but still, it really was fun. The instant I say that, my heart calms down. It's okay if it's just an unreachable illusion. I don't care if it was a mirage that never existed in the first place. Maybe because it was an illusion, even now, the times I spent with Senpai feel so dear to me. No matter what, I can't escape now. Then if I could just keep watching that dream, then it would be such a great... How? Foolish, she says, and she slightly moves her bayonet. It sticks into my chest. Just a little bit. It only goes into me slightly, like a fingernail's depth. Her eyes have stopped. All that's left is for her to take another step, and it will all be over. But the final step doesn't start. Bracing the bayonet, she stares at me with her emotionless eyes. She grits her teeth painfully. I see. It must be too difficult for her to do it while I'm looking at her. More than anything else, I also don't want to see this person's face on the verge of tears. So I won't trouble her anymore. I decide to close my eyes and accept my end. Thump. My heart quivers, even though I'm prepared. The nausea and chills don't go away. Thump, 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 thump. My throat is burning. My fingertips shake uncontrollably. I know this is the best way, but still, I'm just scared. I frantically try to hold my breath. It tries to spill out. She simply has to move 10 centimeters forward, and I'll turn into a mere lump of flesh. Even though I'm supposed to be ready for this, my fearful heart is scared of disappearing without a trace. All I do is frantically close my mouth and try to accept my fate. It would probably hurt if I get stabbed in the chest. I'm scared of not being able to think like I am right now. Sweat beads on my forehead, but still, I don't want to speak. If I quietly let everything end, Senpai probably won't have to feel guilty. Psst. I hear a gasp. Why? A forced voice. Why? How? The sword sticking in my chest quivers. How can you not hate me? No, what's quivering is Senpai's voice. I'm trying to kill you. I've deceived you until now. I've betrayed you and mercilessly hunted you down. Why does your face look so peaceful? Tap. With her sword still in place, she takes another step towards me. Answer me. I'm going to kill you. Without any regards to your own will, just a one-sided murder. Then you won't be compensated unless you hate me, right? Senpai questions me with burning intensity. Quit it. I'm working so hard to resist this fear, but if I answer now, my feelings might flow out. Or are you really just that stupid? I'm exterminating you as a dirty vampire, so why? Didn't I tell her it was nothing earlier? Because it isn't your fault, Senpai. Slice. The tip of the blade cuts into me further. It must have broken the skin because fresh blood seeps over my chest. Sharp pain. The wound isn't even deep, but just the slightest penetration by the seventh holy scripture causes my mind to shatter. My body shakes uncontrollably. The blood in my body reverse flows, and I almost cough up blood in my pain. It hurts, right? I could actually terminate you without making you feel pain, but I'm hurting you like this on purpose. Unless I enjoy this, we won't be able to call it even for all the time I had to spend with you until now. She seems to be speaking with difficulty. The bayonet plunges deeper. The pain causes sweat to pour out from me. I feel like my insides are going to flow out through my mouth. See? Don't you hate me, Tohno-kun? Please, hate me. Tell me I betrayed you. Tell me it would have been better if you'd never trusted me. If you don't, I won't be able to kill you. Her voice shakes as she says this. But it's strange. It's better if I don't hate her, but she still wants me to hate her. It's like she's telling me that being the bad guy like that is her punishment. But it's an impossible order. There's no way I could hate her. I just can't hate this person who looks like a child on the verge of tears. You can't be serious. I can't hate you, Senpai. Stop it, please. Why are you saying that until the very end? I'm the one who's to blame. You're just a victim. Isn't Senpai a victim too? No matter what, I'll be taken over by Roa soon. Before that, before I make mistakes like Ciel Senpai did, I have to kill Roa. There isn't any other way to vanquish Roa than my death, so it just can't be helped. It's okay, it's not your fault. More than that, I'm sorry. Sorry to make you have to do this, Senpai. Stop. Stop it, she says in a quiet voice, and her bayonet pulls from my chest slightly. No, I can't let Roa escape. The tip of the seventh holy scripture wavers. But it should end soon. I can't allow that, Tohno-kun. A grinding sound. Senpai grits her teeth and stops the seventh holy scripture. The tip of it points at my heart. I hear her suck in a breath. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel her finger gripping the trigger. Click. Right before the hard metallic sound. Thank you, even if it was a lie. It was good having you as senpai. In the end, I say what I wanted to say to her the most. I can hear a voice. Sobbing. I can hear a voice that sounds like a crying child. A loud thud. The metallic pile falls to the floor. A bayonet sticks into the wall behind me like a spear. Hick, hick. A pained voice. I realize who that voice is coming from, and I open my eyes slowly. There isn't the senpai that was there just now. The one I see standing before me is just a girl crying painfully. Her hands are empty. Seventh holy scripture lies fallen on the floor. The bayonet that should have pierced my heart is thrust by my side. Senpai just cries. I don't know what she's sad about. But she cries so painfully I expect her to cough up blood. Senpai, I call out to her. It's not fair, Tohno-kun. It's not fair. Hick. Her throat convulses as she shouts like a spoiled child. Saying such a thing. It isn't fair. Why? Why can't I? Her tears course down her face. I can't, even though I can even kill myself at any time. You say that to me. I can't. She seems ashamed to see me. Saying thank you like that. I can't let such a happy person die like that. She covers her face with her hands and continues to weep. Senpai, seeing you cry makes me troubled. Because I won't know what to do. My words might have been the wrong choice as Senpai cries even louder. Jeez, why are you doing this all of a sudden? I don't even understand why I did that, but I can't leave this person who's crying in front of me. So I pull her to me and embrace her. We collide with a thud. Senpai collapses against my chest and continues crying as she stifles her voice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. With a quivering voice, she says this over and over. What is this? Then the real lie was the senpai up until now. Finally, I get to meet senpai. It was about an hour after I called her, but I feel like I've waited for so long. You don't have to apologize, senpai. I just wanted to do so, and I embrace her with my still functional right hand. A voice like something stretched was just snapped. Senpai finally stops crying. Thump, thump. I can hear the heartbeat of the person across from me like my own. It's awfully quiet. I can't find the right words to say, but staying like this, just hearing her heartbeat is good enough. What I really wanted, what I really wished for was just a small thing, like this. It was fine having senpai like she is. Senpai, your body's warm. No, the one who's warm is you, Tohno-kun. I'm a very cold person. I did such terrible things to such a nice person. No, senpai, I'm not kind. Even now, I just want to touch you. I just want to stay like this forever. It's okay, I'm still alive, so it's okay. If we can keep doing this, it's okay. I died once a long time ago. After that, I realized how much happiness it was just to be alive. A world where death can be seen, a world where I could see death. Every time things that are easily lost. But that's why being alive is happiness. To feel that, being able to feel senpai's warmth like this is an exceedingly happiness by itself. Senpai, you're really dear to me. I don't want to die. I want to live as much as I can, and I want to be like this with you. Firmly, I grip her hands. So, I want you to live. Please. Please don't say your wish is to die. There's no answer. Thump, thump. Just the beating of her heart through our skin. No, that can't happen. Suddenly, she speaks in a crying voice. It's the only thing that keeps me going until now. I could die. If Roa disappeared, I could die. I must die. That's why I could bear everything so far. Because I killed my father and mother. Because I killed everyone. Because I became like this. And because I tricked you and tried to kill you. Without delay, I have to die. Why do you have to die? Certainly you've done a lot of painful things, but it wasn't your fault, senpai. You say that, but I did them all with my own hands, Tohno-kun. Maybe she, seeing him like this as well, being able to resist Roa, makes her feel even guiltier that she couldn't resist Roa and killed all those people, whereas like I'm able to actually hold back and not kill. No, the one who's at fault is Roa. There's no reason you have to die, Senpai. But there's no reason for me to live either. Saying that, Senpai gives a mirthless laugh. I know I don't have the right. I did so many horrible things. Why? She asks with a quivering voice. I don't deserve to be happy. That's why I never thought of it. That's why I never even dreamed of it. But why? Thud. Like a crying child, Senpai beats her hand against my chest. So why now do I see the sinful dream? She buries her face deep in my chest as she says this. It was so fun, even though I knew it was a lie and I'm just playing out the life where I'm having fun. I thought it was fine the way it was. It was so fun, I didn't want it to end even if I knew it was a lie. And almost a dreamlike happiness that I wanted to always last just one day longer. I see. What we wanted, what we wished for, was the same after all. But that selfishness can't be allowed. I have to kill Roa quickly and receive my punishment. I have no right to live a normal life like you, Tohno-kun. Such a thing, I understand without you saying it. If I'm wishing for such a dream and I can't even kill you, I can't do anything but disappear. There's no longer a reason for me to stay here. Senpai speaks with an anguished face. Farewell. I was really happy to hear you thank me. There she is telling me farewell again. Senpai pulls back from me. The heartbeat I felt up until now cuts off. This person has told me farewell so many times. Even that time, with a smile, she said it as if it was very important to her. Farewell. I really did want to be a student like you and Inui-kun. Really, why didn't I ever realize it? She'd always say those simple things, as if they were a distant dream for her. No, it's not a dream. I pull Senpai's body back towards me, less out of love and more out of sorrow. I draw her close. To Tohno-kun, that's enough. No, I won't be fooled by your lies anymore, Senpai. I hold her close to me as she tries to escape. If you want to continue, then go ahead and do so. What you're talking about is definitely not a dream. That's impossible. Why? After all, it's happened in reality. It's a way of life that you wish for. If you wish for, it will come back. Please don't call such simple things like that a dream. It's impossible. I've hurt you so much, Tohno-kun. It's too late to go back. It's okay. I don't mind, so you shouldn't either. See? I think I got to experience something as rare as truly being chased by the one I like. I try to sound as jokingly cheerful as I can. Senpai is silent, and tonight you looked really cool. Those clergy robes are good too, but your outfit tonight really suits you too. I was lucky to see it. Senpai is silent. Senpai, you look different without your glasses. You were handsome, and you looked older. As expected, Senpai is silent. No matter what I say, she doesn't answer. I try as hard as I can to soften the mood, but fail miserably. I don't know what else I can say. Senpai, say something. Don't you want to talk to me now? She doesn't answer. She just pats her forehead on my chest, softly, like a murmur. Idiot, is what she ends up saying. Tohno-kun, you're an idiot. I'm not the person you think I am, so how could you be so nice? Because I don't want you to cry. I want you to laugh. I want you to cheer up. But I don't have the right. I don't have the right to receive your kindness. A right to receive kindness. I didn't have such a thing either. But still, the one who laughed it off and told me that I didn't need such a thing was her. I don't know. I don't know your circumstances, and honestly, I don't care. I'm not being kind to you for your sake, so don't worry about it. That time, after I killed Arcuid, and when I could only think of killing myself, just like what you... Also, where is Arcuid? She was chasing me down. She was, like, ready to kill me. At least... Yeah, because I think no matter what, I would have ended up at the park, because I was trying to get away from people. So Arcuid's still hunting me down. At some point, I'm sure we're going to run into her. Yeah, so she's still kind of a problem. Well, I think I'm doing this because I want to be kind to you. Your circumstances have nothing to do with this. It may be a bother to you, but just think of yourself as having been caught by a mean-spirited underclassman and give up. Harder, I hold her even more strongly to me and press our bodies together. Tohno-kun, I don't know about your sins. I like you. I love you, Senpai. That's why I'm being kind to you. Everything else doesn't matter. I just want to be happy with you. I want to be with you forever, so I don't want you to die. But but still, if you say you don't want to be happy, that's fine too. I'll just do what I want. No matter how much you might hate it, I'll be by your side and make you happy. So please, don't say farewell anymore. Saying that, I bring my hands to her face. Shiki-kun, after she says this faintly, completely naturally, our two lips come together. Our lips separate. Ciel-senpai lets her arms fall to the side and pulls back from me. The hallway is silent. Seeing the blue moonlight faintly shading the world jolts me back to reality. I just made a big fool of myself, even though there's no way out for me. It's meaningless to embrace her, but I couldn't refrain from doing so. If I could, I wanted to stay like that forever. Tohno-kun, is it okay to say that? Sorry, I wasn't thinking. I don't even know what to do with myself. I was saying such haughty words. It's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you if you can really make that sort of promise with me. The weakness she had in her voice has disappeared completely. Of course, I'm like this, but as long as there's a piece of me remaining, I'll always love you, senpai. Please don't say irresponsible things. If you're going to make me happy, you have to stay as Tohno-kun. It's true, but it won't happen. I can't even trust if I'll be myself by the time tomorrow comes. I'm sorry. I'm hopeless. Senpai, when I get to a point where I can't turn back, that time, I will not let you die, she declares. She strongly interrupts my words. I will not let you die. I won't let Roa have you. Senpai, but I will protect you. I'll save you, no matter what. So please don't say that. Senpai quickly stands up, and with a serious face tends to my wounds. It seems like they've already healed. It's nighttime, so your body's more like that of a vampire's right now. Thanks to that, you weren't killed. Maybe we should give Roa some thanks. Trying to lighten the mood or something, Senpai gives a joke that isn't exactly easy to reply to. Tohno-kun, can you stand by yourself? I can stand, but Senpai, is there really a way to save me? I can't say for sure, but if I go back to the Vatican, there might be a way. Unlike before, they had a sample, me, to research on, so they should have researched into how to seal Roa's soul while leaving the reincarnated human's consciousness. What's that? If there was such an easy way, then why? Tohno-kun, certainly the church may be able to help you, but what awaits you may be hell. To the people of the church, you and I are both heretics. You'll get the treatment in return for helping their research. Although, if you stay quiet about your eyes, you may not be treated like a lab specimen like I was, but... In other words, it'll really hurt. Yes, and if they still can't heal you, you'd be treated as a vampire. I don't want you to experience those terrible things worse than death. That's why It's okay, senpai. Right now, we're at a dead end. If there's even the slightest chance, then we have to go wherever. And no matter how it turns out, I won't complain, senpai. No, I won't let anyone hurt you. Please trust me on that. Yeah, I trust you, senpai. I say that, but being a real small-town person, I'm actually kind of worried about things like my passport and airfare. But what are we going to do? Are we going to the Vatican right now? No, I'll treat you for tonight. Ro is a vampire, so when it becomes morning, he'll calm down. It'd be simple if it were just a matter of taking you to the Vatican, but your problem is something that should be kept low profile. Just like with me, you're something that should not exist, so you have to go to the hidden part of the church. But to take you there, I have to get permission. Even if we were to minimally purify you, there aren't any places in the city where we could do that. There is one place where we could purify you in our way in this country, so I'll have to take you there first. So are you saying we're going to the church tomorrow morning? No, it's not that simple. For an unbeliever like you to enter the Vatican, there is a long and frustrating approval process. So tomorrow, I'll go to the church in this country so you can get a temporary permit. That may take a number of days, so please wait in my room until then. I'll place a blockade against vampires in my room, so you should be able to last against Roa for a week or two there. Your room? You mean I'm staying in your room? Tohno-kun, your life is in danger, so please put up with it. Oh, you could at least let your sister know, but please don't tell her the details. Well, it's not like I can tell her in the first place. Then shall we go? We have to separate the Roa inside of you to start off. She grabs my arm and starts to walk. There really is no trace of her weakness before, but it's a forced cheerfulness. Senpai really doesn't want me to be worried, so she's forcing herself. Thanks, Senpai. I speak in a low voice so she won't hear me. Here we are. It's a small place, but please make yourself at home. Ah, yeah. Sorry for intruding. I like the connections too about the fact, like, why is a high schooler seemingly like living by herself? Well, because she killed her parents. Being quite aware that I'm entering a girl's room this late at night, I walk in. Ciel Senpai's room hasn't changed a bit. Senpai, what do I do now? Well, first we'll temporarily silence the Roa inside of you, Tono-kun. Well, I say that, but my place itself is holy ground, so the advancement of Roa's consciousness will be greatly slowed just by staying here. Oh? Then I'm safe as long as I stay here? Yes, if we were to just stop Roa's mind from invading yours, this room should be enough, but... Her cheeks flushing red, Ciel Senpai hesitates as if she wants to say something more. Senpai? What's wrong? Is there another problem? No, it's not what I would call a problem, but it can be dangerous to your life. Senpai, if it's dangerous to my life, wouldn't that be very, very important? Well, you're right, but if I say directly, Tono-kun, is there any part of your body that feels strange? It feels strange? Well, I do have inhuman strength right now. That's not what I meant, but don't you feel like this is really hot or like I need to let it out or something like that? That is, well, the urge to destroy was certainly in me until recently, and I did that horrible thing to Kohaku-san. No, I'm fine. Since I entered the room, I haven't heard that guy's voice once. Just like you said, it looks like he'll calm down if I'm in here. But that's the mental side of your problem, not your body. Ciel Senpai still hesitates like she has something to say, rather difficult. I have no clue. I sit down on the floor to rest for now. Hey, you don't need to stand. Sit down. You must be tired after all that. Without answering me, she looks deep in thought. And then, Tono-kun, please take a shower. Huh? Because, like you just said, all that's happened. It's strange if you don't wash yourself at Kona. She really wants to see me. She's like, aren't you feeling urges right now? Maybe I can help you with those urges? Well, but no buts, Tono-kun. You used my bath once anyway, so please don't hesitate. She's totally gonna peek on me again. Ciel Senpai pulled on my arm forcefully. Hey, Senpai, I said it isn't good. She won't listen to me. She drags me to the changing area and forces me to take a shower. Of course, by myself. Ciel Senpai's waiting for me in her room. How did this happen? I resigned myself to showering. As Ciel Senpai said, my body is filthy. There's mud all over my arms and neck, and my body reeks of sweat. I see. I've locked myself in my room since yesterday, and it was like I was horny all that time, too. Horny? That's odd. I'm still standing very erect right now, too? Huh? I'm not really excited or anything, so how come it's so erect down there? Wait a minute, this is weird. It's full of blood, ignoring anything I tell it. Don't tell me. Since last night, urged by Roa's consciousness, since I attacked that woman on the street, I've always been like this? I feel terrified. That's bad. I'm supposed to be safe from Roa's will inside of Ciel Senpai's room, but it seems like my body isn't calming down. Hey, staying erect for a long time, maybe, isn't that a bad thing? No, not maybe, but definitely. In the first place, being stiff for an hour hurts. So if I stay stiff for an entire day, that's just wrong. I guess I have to? I speak aloud and get shocked. So, I've been stiff all day, and since this can't be good, I'm going to whack off in Ciel Senpai's bathroom? I don't believe it. I can't do such an embarrassing thing. This is the bathroom, so if I did something she wouldn't find out, but still, this is too miserable. But being erect for a whole day is seriously bad. I think it was calm after I attacked Kohaku-san, so it hasn't been a whole day, but still. Jeez, even though I was almost killed by someone I liked until just now, why do I have trouble over such stupid stuff? Screaming out won't solve anything. I give up and decide to let it out. I leave the bathroom. Ah, you're all clean now. You really did take a long time. Do you like taking baths, Tono-kun? No, that's not it, but I hardly have the strength to answer. I did such a thing that made my dignity literally wash down the drain, but still. So how was it? Could you let it out yourself, Tono-kun? Senpai, you mean, She sighs. I knew it. If you've, held it in for so long, it might not be possible to release it unless it's Roa's will. Ciel Senpai starts to blush, and my cheeks flush red as well. Hold it in. It's a little troubling if she says that directly. But like Ciel Senpai said, no matter how much I tried, I couldn't get the fire out of me by myself. In the end, I gave up trying to let it out and left the bathroom. I'll come out honestly. This isn't a situation where embarrassment should stop me. As you say, Senpai, my body is strange right now. I swear, I'm not thinking of any perverted things. I'm not, but my body, just by itself, has a hard-on, and I can't really say anything that I'd rot staying up like that. See, didn't I tell you to tell me if your body was strange anywhere? Then you were asking about this before? Yes, Tono-kun, you may not have realized it, but you are pretty excited. I was able to calm your mind, but we have to calm down your body too, or Roa will be able to take over. I see. Hey, tell me those kinds of things clearly. I feel so stupid not even realizing until I was naked. If I could say it clearly, it wouldn't be difficult. Oh, that's right. Of course you can't say it clearly, because Ciel-senpai's a girl. I'm sorry, but what should I do? I try to do something about it, but it just won't calm down. It's like my mind and body are two completely separate things. My body feels like it's not mine, and I can't even get in the mood for it. Geez, to say this frankly, it's like I have no sensitivities whatsoever. It would be easy if I could just say it out loud like that, but I can't say that sort of thing to Senpai. I know, Tono-kun, I brought you here to heal your body. I knew it'd be impossible just by yourself. I was the same way a long time ago, too. She speaks hesitantly. I see. Ciel-senpai also had the experience of Roa taking over her body. So she knew this was going to happen to me. Senpai, then you know what I should do? Of course. Well, your mind right now is somewhat disconnected from your body. So, more than yourself, someone else's skin, someone else helping you will make you feel better. Instantly, as soon as I hear her words, my mind goes blank. Someone else helping me? Senpai? That's what I mean. You may be unwilling to do it with me, Tono-kun, but please bear it. It's a technique to calm the soul, so it isn't sexual. So please don't be so embarrassed. After she says it so directly, I don't know how to respond. Tono-kun, please wait in the room. I also have some preparation to do. Wait, Senpai, are you going somewhere? Yes, I will also take a shower. I don't want to do it with all this paint on my arms. Even though she tells me not to be embarrassed, she also blushes. Senpai, we really shouldn't. It's fine, so please wait in the room. I'll prepare myself and go too. Senpai dashes off to change and slams the door. There's no time to stop her. Either way, I can't do anything unless I calm this thing down. I know it's taking advantage of her, but I'll have to take her goodwill for now. I convince myself like that as I enter her room. Oh, Tono-kun? Do you object to me wearing glasses or anything? I hear her voice from the other side of the door. Glasses? Senpai, why are you asking that? Well, I know that there are those kinds of guys who care about that sort of thing. She sounds very embarrassed. Glasses, huh? Senpai really is concerned about the weirdest things. But her blushing face by the doorway is just too cute. Oh, okay. So I can choose. Interesting. I guess... Personally, I like the natural look myself, so I'm gonna go with the natural look. I feel like I'd be bad though if I'm not saying that she looks ugly with the glasses or anything, but I think she looks cool without them. You can see her eyes more. Senpai, if you say it's a bother, then please take them off. Is that so? Well, it doesn't really have a prescription, so it could be a bother, but are they all right? Thinking she's making a big deal of it, I decide to tell her directly. You don't have to worry about strange things. You're going to go through so much trouble anyway. Senpai gives a quiet reaction. Yes, that's true. All right, please wait in the room. I hear a knob turn and the sound of spraying water in the shower. In the end, the two of us ended up in bed, staring up the ceiling without sleeping. If I said something, I'm sure I would not let her go. So without speaking, I just feel her breathing and her warmth next to me. When morning came, she left the bed. I'm going. I'll be back as soon as I can, so please don't leave the room, okay? Seems like she's bought enough food to last 2 weeks. I'll leave aside the fact most of it seems to be curry. Please don't run off with some floozy while I'm gone. I get really jealous. I can see her being the type to be jealous. She says a scary thing with a deep smile and exits the room. It's before 5 o'clock in the morning. This is how the last Monday in October began. Alright, well with that, we're going to wrap up Ciel's route in the next episode. It feels like this one's going really quickly, and I'm sure the other routes are going to be the same way. But yeah, I'm excited to see, like, how it's going to progress with, like, she has to go and get permission from the church. I'm being left alone. Also, like, Arcuid, what's going on with her? She was not too happy the last time she saw me. She was hell-bent on killing me after I attacked her. So, I mean, she did say that she would have a protective thing against vampires, but knowing Arcuid, she could probably find her way. She is a true ancestor after all, that she would be able to find her way through Ciel's, like, little barrier or whatever. She's got some unfinished business with me and with Ciel. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how Ciel's route is going to wrap up. Hopefully you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the finale to this route in the next episode. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Emily Hornsby, Henry98, Lindsby A, Kenju Storm, and Icognito.